So hi and welcome to my channel. Welcome guys to DIY Glam by Jazz. I'm so glad you guys are here. Well, I don't know if you remember, this is before I did this DIY all from the Dollar Tree. This is a welcome sign. It's pretty tall, it's pretty high, and you could do this outside or inside, but I wanted to change it up for the holidays. So here is that same welcome sign with a touch of a candy cane. The top part that created the candy cane, I'm going to show you guys how I did this. Everything else I got also from the Dollar Tree. And let's go ahead and get started. So this is the same size. So what we did, we cut a little size of the foam board. This is something that's the same item that I'm using to create the top loop part of the candy cane. And we measure a small rectangular shape, make sure that it was the same size, and we continue moving along, creating lines to make sure that we have the exact shape to create that top hook that makes the top part of the candy cane. Once we had that size, we cut it and then we just hot glue that to the top part. The welcome sign is a sign that I want to use all throughout the year, and that's why this part you're gonna see that everything that I'm doing is gonna be hot glued to just the top part that is made of the foam board. And the reason is because once the holidays finish, I want to remove this part and then keep the welcome sign as it is, and then just change the decorations in the bottom. So here's how it looks like. I feel like it's the right size, it's precise. And now we're gonna turn it around. You're gonna see that these are signs that we did from the Dollar Tree, and it's just being held by an extra piece of wood that we had around. If you guys want to see how I did this welcome sign, go ahead and check out that video. And here we're just moving on how we made this into a candy cane shape. Here I'm just applying just hot glue. That is all I'm going to be doing, and I apply that, spreading it throughout where the letter E is at, and just pressing. Make sure that you hold on tight until it's intact. And like I mentioned, this is the part that I'm thinking of removing once the holidays finish, just because I want to keep the welcome sign. So these are the ribbons that I'm using from the Dollar Tree. These are not wired, these are not, but those were the only ribbons I found so far. And I also purchased the mesh in red. That's the only one that I also found in the store. So here I am measuring almost the size of the ruler, 12 inches, a little bit more than that. And I cut 2 of those, and then I did the same thing with both of the ribbons. I wish the ribbon did have that wire in there, so then you could just change the texture of it, but these work just fine. And here I am cutting 2 of the same size of the mesh of each ribbon. So you're just going to need 2. Go ahead and measure it. I just did a little bit extra, and then you just want to make sure that they're the same size. And once we did that with the mesh and with both ribbons, you could just leave 1 ribbon or just continue doing extra ribbons if you like. But I really like these ribbons were very different, so I'm just doing like a sandwich almost, 1 of each. And once I finish, I put the mesh right on top, then I put the ribbon in a zigzag way, and I put the other ribbons right on top, and then I use just a small ribbon to hold it together. And then we're just going to go ahead and hot glue this part. Remember, we're hot gluing everything only on that piece that is going to be temporary. So this is working perfectly to make sure that once we remove it, there is no damage to the actual welcome sign. hot gluing the mesh is it's a pretty nice task because it's so see-through. You could actually burn yourself a little bit with the hot glue. So using that small ribbon, I tied that from the top, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and just loop that around here. I'll continue going down, just fix it up. I didn't have to hot glue any of the mesh, just make sure that it's a little tight. And here, once we finish in the bottom, I cut a little bit of that mesh, the remaining mesh, and I do that ribbon. The same thing I did on the top, I'm gonna do on the bottom, and that we're gonna tie it to the back decorations, which is on the bottom of the container. Here we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna grab the remaining mesh part, and we're gonna use that ribbon. We're gonna tie that from the back. Everything is gonna be in the back, but this is the top part, and we're gonna continue now the top part of that candy cane. So here you see me tying it from the back. No hot gluing necessary, just tying it works great. And now I'm just gonna roll the remaining mesh around to continue creating that candy cane look with this, using the red mesh. And once I'm happy with how it looks like, just keep moving it around. Then the end I will hot glue, but just be very careful because it could actually sting and burn a little bit. And once you finish, make sure that everything else, as you see, I'm hot gluing all the ribbon, a little bit of the bling of that mesh all throughout wherever I see that is best, especially in the top part. And then we're just gonna finish this up with adding some ribbons. Here I'm adding the loops. I cut two of the same size, just hot glue that there. And here we're just gonna make a simple ribbon with that other mesh, or that other ribbon that you see that is kind of like a burlap with the leaves. I think it's so pretty. So we're gonna use that, just create a quick ribbon and then just apply that right on top. And the same way I'm gonna hot glue that, because these ribbons are kind of thin. Once I apply the hot glue, I'm gonna use any type of the remaining roll that was for the mesh, and I press that in to make sure that that is sticking in and I don't burn myself because of the ribbon is really, really light. I love how this came out. I can't believe that. I think this is taller than me, this size candy cane. I love that it says welcome, and I think it's so pretty and perfect for the holidays. I'm gonna leave it like it is right now, but maybe in the future I might add some more touches where the ribbon is that. But I love, guys, how this came out. So if you really enjoyed it and you think that you like these ideas that I share with you guys, just hit like, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So thank you guys for watching, and until the next video, bye.